Here's one that Paul sent in.
All right.
This question is for those who already have a kid or kids.
Okay.
So if you're already a parent,
All right.
would you rather have 10 kids or no kids? I guess that's a statement on how much you like your current kids.
Sure is.
Paul, is this a passive-aggressive Paul question that you'd want to get off your chest? Or?
But if let's say you met a girl and she said, I don't want to have kids. I'm
Okay.
I did, by the way.
Oh.
Literally, like the very first day I met my wife, and she's like, "Do you ever want to get married?" I said, "Nope." "You ever want to have kids?" "Nope." And she was like, "Perfect." No joke.
Okay, but how did that change?
What do you mean?
Well, you got married and you got a kid.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's the craziest thing. Yeah. Literally, first day we met, it's like, "You want to get married?" "Nope." "You want to have kids?" "Never." Great.
Yeah, Paul.
So as a hypothetical, let's say you met two girls and you liked them both, and one said, "I never want to have kids. I'm a hardliner," and the other says, "I want to have like 7 or 8," and she's a hardliner about that. Which direction do you think you would go if you're 30 years old?
Probably the woman who wanted to have kids.
A lot, but not.
Well, yeah, because I'm from a family of 6, so okay. I know that feeling, and I would have wanted to replicate that if I could. I would have had more kids, but 4 is good number.
Even though you're the same kid that had like that one little teeny piece of bologna, there was barely enough food to go around. If you didn't get to the table on time, you probably weren't going to have dinner that night.
Yeah, but it made me who I am. My parents didn't have the time to cater to us. Like you showed up on time. Dinner was at 6:00, and if you got there at 6:04,
you lose.
Then you're losing meatloaf. And then Mom would say, "Go get some raisins or a slice of bologna." That's all right. I wasn't catered to like you were with your mom.
But that's my point. If it was just you and 1 or 2 other siblings, you might have had the raisins and the cupcake or meatloaf and 2 pieces of bologna.
And then I would be like you.
That's right. And you'd have to lose 30 pounds. I see your point.
Yes.
When you think about the bologna sandwich example that was just given, or like if you didn't get to the table, you weren't eating kind of thing, and then you fast forward to modern times and you look around this studio where the word hoarder has been used before. Do you think there's any correlation there? That you grew up being like having to like scrap for everything, but now that you're at this stage of life, you hold on to literally every possible thing you can hold on to.
Absolutely.
That's very fascinating. I like that.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. I don't throw anything away.
No, you're keeping everything.
I keep everything. But it's because I didn't
Isn't
have...
that interesting?
I didn't have anything. When you have 3 other brothers, it feels like things walk away. Like, hey, where's that? Oh, your brother's got it. I always, whatever I had, and if it was mine, then I kept it. And I kept every Sports Illustrated for probably 20 years. And my mom would say, "You got to get rid of those." They were in the middle of my bedroom, but they were in a big box, and I was like, "Nope, keeping them. They're going to be valuable one day." And then I was working, and then she said, "Danny, if you don't get home, I'm throwing out those magazines." I said, "No, you're not throwing out the Well, she threw out the magazines. I collected every album growing up, 1,500, and then eventually sold those begrudgingly. But I didn't have any room in a small apartment with my wife. But yeah, it wasn't called hoarding back then. It was called collecting or being smart or, frugal. Now it's hoarding. Gave us a bad name. Are you a hoarder? Somebody said that to me yesterday. I tuned in to see your show. Are you a hoarder? I go, no, I'm a broadcaster. People pay a lot of money to have somebody come in and decorate a man cave. You see these shows on TV, the radio shows on TV that we spawned? They're trying to replicate this. They can't.
Yeah, can't.
No. Yes, Tom.
And hoarding's kind of a harsh word, at least those extreme shows where they show people they literally can't live in their house. They can't find their bed. They don't know where the door is to get out of their apartment because there's just stuff everywhere. They're swimming in their stuff.
Yeah, but I love it. I love going through the inventory here. I do. I love it. And if you touch it, I know you have, and I'm coming after you. Yeah, Paul.
All right, let's go back to Phil Rivers for a second. So he's got 9 kids. Things are going well. He's retired. He's got boatloads of dough. I would love to know the conversation. Who brought up, like, you know what? It's getting kind of quiet around here. Things are slowing down. We should have another kid.
But I don't think there's certain people who don't give thought to that. They look at having a child as a miracle. and that you're very lucky. And you'll have people say God doesn't give you something that, you can't handle. And Philip Rivers is a very religious person, and probably he and his wife feel like any child, as many as we can have.
Do you think they should do a reality show and follow them around? Because that's pretty fascinating what life is like for him. I'm sure the kids have 8 different sports and all that stuff. That'd be pretty, I'd watch that.
Well, I don't know what else would be in there other than him being a parent.
But I think that might be it, the chaos of it. A former star is now busier now than when he played football.
Is it because he's a former quarterback?
Yeah.
That would be the, okay, because Octomom had 8 kids.
Yeah, this guy.
And
Octomom.
and nobody cared about Octomom.
She couldn't hit a 20-yard out.
Fair.
Neither could Phil.
Well, no. Well, maybe in Indianapolis.
Yeah. That's true. Who had a stronger arm, Octomom or Philip Rivers?
In Indianapolis.
When he was with the Colts, I think we can safely say I had a stronger arm than Philip Rivers. I think we could safely say that.
What is it like at the Rivers family on a Friday? They go, let's go get a bite. Can they just roll into any restaurant and go 12 deep?
I doubt it.
Is there a van involved?
Oh yeah.
There's one of those big vans.
Yeah, he's got a nice van. Yes, Todd.
Now, if you're a waiter or a waitress, do you welcome that? It's a bigger bill, bigger tip. Or you're like, I got to start putting 9 tables together and figure out how to fit these people so they're not blocking the aisle. How do we fit all these people?
We're gonna run out of honey mustard at this table.
Okay, the kids have to get their food first, okay, and then get the adults later. It's going to be chicken fingers.
I know.
Pasta with butter, chicken fingers, chicken fingers.
Mac and cheese, yes. Pasta with butter. Yeah. We just realized, my wife and I, that eventually, if they're hungry enough, they're going to eat, what you want them to eat. It might take a while, but that's the way she was. They'd be like, can I have peanut butter jelly? No. You're having that. Then they'd go, okay, I'm not eating. All right, see you in a little bit. They'd come back, figure it out. Yes, Marvin.
That just sounds like just a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I have one, and I feel like I have 2. And it's just like, man, do you want like more? And I was like, no, there's more people in my house. There's more people to take care of. I got to go through newborn stage again, potty training again, terrible threes.
You wouldn't want to do that again?
My wife wouldn't want to do that again.
Oh.
She was like, PTSD? No.
I would love newborns. Those are awesome.
Now, when they're like 5 or 6 months.
Oh, they're awesome.
Then it gets good.
They're awesome.
Because at first I was like,
they're awesome.
He's boring.
Yes.
He's boring.
Yes. It's weird when you get grown-ups who see a newborn and they just stare at it like it's going to do something. And they're not rolling over. There's no movement there whatsoever. Yes, Eden.
Yeah, that's like, it is kind of funny to look at the child when it's yours and you're like, look at this little blob.
Yeah.
Well, like, what's your story, kid?
Yeah. Who are you going to be?
Yeah. But then people do, and we've talked about this before, but people assume that just because you have a child that you like kids, which is they are not the same thing.
Yeah.
You love your child, but that doesn't mean you want to be around a bunch of kids.
Yes, Marv.
Yeah, and if you have another one, my mother was asking me this. I was like, but what if I don't like this next one? I like Lorenzo.
We got lucky. I like this
right.
one.
I like him a lot.
It's a gamble.
He's the homie. Yeah. I like him.
Okay.
But what if I don't like the second one?
What if you have a daughter?
Oh, I wanted one.
Yeah, daughter's crush, man.
Yeah.
They're the best.
And my wife was like, ew, why?
Yeah, they're the best. They are.